to go there and edit. How did the editing go when you were doing this? Were you looking for certain things? Or?
Yeah, well, I just have started to look through the video now and just put together a few clips, and it looks beautiful. I mean, it's a gorgeous setting. Tom just shot it so beautifully, and it's a really sort of personal, touching story of your own life. So, and you really know how to talk on camera. So there's a lot of good information and some good storytelling there. So I just threw a couple clips together of your house and of the cemetery, that one of the stories that you're going to be telling in your documentary.
Yeah.
And I think that it's going to be really hard to edit that down into a small chunk, because there's just a lot of good stuff there. But it looks...
It's not easy, you go and talk about yourself when you become the focal, when you are going there to cover other people. So it wasn't like something I was at ease with it, talking about myself. But could we show that piece? Maybe, Michelle, you can show that clip from visiting my old house for the first time after more than 4 years, and maybe we can see that.
المفتاح بس ماشي. المفتاح ده؟ هجيب المفتاح بس يقفل بس.
طيب.
لا معايا المفتاح هجيبه.
طب ماشي. So, well, this is the moment of truth here.
And what's there now?
That's what we're gonna find out. I think it's been neglected area here. So, but انت بتستخدمش ده خالص؟
لا بس هو حيوان طيور وكده.
Just raise animal and birds and chickens. Wow! Look at that. My goodness. Same tablia that I ate on it for many years. You sit on the ground, and it's an amazing thing. This is probably 60 years old. The village was, built in a very remote area. So in the old days, young days, nobody will ever dare, the youngster, to walk to the village alone, even with other people. So for us, was just like it's the end of the world to go to the cemetery. But عقب أمال فين wow. So this is all Muslims. This is all, as you can see, all Muslim in this section. And in the back of it, you have the Christian family with their name and everything else. And people didn't see that there was any problem. And it's been there for 60 years or 40, 50 years. And I've never seen any defacing or raising or a sign of hatred or anything bigotry on that grave. And it is just amazing. And it's wide open. There is no guard, nothing. Anybody can walk in here and make any sign of swatch or anything, but never seen this with the Christian family's grave, which it tells you that people have, in a way, tradition and have respect that they cannot cross, even if they don't agree with it, or they disagree with it. You respect the deceased, you respect the dead, and that's the family of the Coptic family. And as you can see, that's his name, and you can tell right away his name is the Coptic name, Kariakos, and he died 1962. Well, back they saw this village shot, my old house. Really, it's an amazing thing that people actually, obviously nobody lives there now, but people don't feel like they need to change things. It's right there. Fred, you came and covered the Coptic cemetery, and you saw it right there before your eyes. Here is a Muslim cemeteries, here is a Coptic cemeteries. And it's nothing, not a single mark or any defacing or anything for 60 years. And what was your take on that visit?
Well, I think you put it very, very succinctly in the piece that we did on the NewsHour, which you said, people basically were pragmatic. They said he didn't kill anybody when he was alive. Why would he hurt? He didn't hurt anybody when he was alive. Why would he hurt anybody when he's dead?
Common sense.
It's common sense. It's reflective of people's values, and their religious practice was informed by their values. And I'm quoting you pretty much in saying that. And so I thought that was very impressive. And I always want to add, that I was interested in the genesis of this story, which you're working on, which is about how you got curious about this by going to a cemetery here in the Twin Cities, in which the Muslim community has taken a part of a larger cemetery
section,
and you started to think about what it was like in your own village, and this is fascinating. So I'm looking forward to seeing your story eventually.
Yeah, it's interesting. I know the Muslims, they don't have ghettos here like in Europe. They don't live in ghettos outside. But when they die,
it's because you're all very rich.
Yeah, when we die in ghetto. It's a ghetto there inside. Tom, and I know you saw once we got to the village, we had a massive meal there in our new house there.
A very good meal.
Can you reflect on that kind of food?